Welcome back, gang. Today we're going to be working on pagination, and we are going to end up with a component to handle all of that. Right now we just have all of the users displayed in the members page, so we're going to start there today. Before we get into that, what I would like to do is remove this user from this list of members, because it's the authenticated user, it's us that are logged in, and we don't want that displayed here. We fortunately already have a function to help us with that. So if we go to app, models, user, and then you scroll down a bit, you'll see we have this scope, and it's scope not auth. So it's looking for the ID where it does not equal the auth ID. Okay, so to handle that, we would go to the member controller. Okay, and we're going to create a variable. We're going to call this one members, and that's going to equal user, and then it's going to be not auth, and then we're going to pass in the user, and we are also going to go ahead and add paginate to this. Okay, so that'll be like that, and we also need to pass in the user into the method, into the function. Okay, so now we can change this to members. And what we also need to do is head over to the members.index page, and we need to also make sure that we put members.data since we're adding the pagination. So let's go ahead and refresh and see if that took. So this user should no longer be here. Refresh. Okay, great. So the user isn't here, and we have 15 members now on this page. What we can actually do is, instead of just having the default 15, we can just go ahead and put 20, and this should even that out a bit. So let's see what that looks like. We'll go ahead and refresh. Okay, so that'll give us a little something to work with for now. We can now start working on this pagination. So let's head back over to the text editor. We can close the model. Okay, and then we'll go into the members.index. Now we need to add a mounted function here, one of the lifecycle hooks. Okay, so it'll be mounted. We'll open that up. And then I'm just gonna paste some code in here, and then we'll go through what it is. Okay, so what we're doing here is when the component is mounted, okay, we're going to add an event listener that checks for the scroll. Once it scrolls, it's going to check for pixels from the bottom, okay, and this pixel is going to equal the document.getElement.offset height minus the scroll top minus the window inner height. And this is just some JavaScript stuff. It's that we'll be using. Okay, so now if the pixels from bottom is less than 200 pixels, then we're going to make a request to the backend to grab those members and display the next set of 10. Okay, so that's what this stuff is doing. It's just making a regular Axios get request, and it's going to look for this members.nextpage URL, and we get that from the paginate. If you go to the controller, this paginate is part of Laravel, and Laravel just goes ahead and sets us up for our pagination. So let's open up our inspect tool so we can take a look. Okay, we'll open that up. We'll go to view. We'll open up Inertia. We'll go to index. And in our props property, in our members property, this is what the pagination looks like that's coming in from Laravel. Okay, and this is where we're getting the next page URL. We'll open that up and take a little bit of a look, and all it is just a link with the members next page. Okay, so let's go ahead and see what this turns into, this new mounted hook that we put in. Okay, so we'll go back here. we'll refresh. Okay, and then we'll try to scroll down, but we get an error. Okay, what this error is basically just saying is that it needs because we're using Inertia but we're making an Axios request, this is actually looking for a request. So what we need to do is head back over to the member controller. Okay, and then we need to bring in the request so we can put it in right here. So request, and then we need to add a little check here to basically so that it can check for if there's a difference in if it's a JSON request coming from Axios or if it's an Inertia request. Okay, so we'll do if request wants JSON. Okay, and in here we're gonna put return members, and we need the $sign for that because that is a variable. Okay, so let's now try this again. So we'll go back to our browser and we'll refresh. Okay, and now we get a new error. Avoid mutating a prop directly. Okay, and this is a Vue.js thing. So all that means is that in the index page, okay, this members, we need to change that because it's coming in as a prop and Vue does not like that. So we need to make that more accessible. So what we'll do is we'll create a data function. Okay, and then we'll open that up and we'll return, we'll just say all members equals this dot members. So all we're doing is grabbing the prop and then changing it so that we can use it in the rest of our functions. So now we can take this, copy, and anywhere we see members is now going to be all members. Paste that in, and we also need to do it in the component. Okay, and that should clear up that error. So let's go back and refresh, and let's try scrolling down, and we can do it without a problem. And as you can see, it stalls a little bit, and that's because of the debounce. We have it on a timer. Okay, so it's checking for how long it takes us to go down. And as you can see, every time we go down, we hit another page. See, page 5. Okay, so let's go ahead and extract this into a component that we can use. So let's go ahead and create a new component, and we'll just call it infinite scroll.view. Okay, and in here we'll have a template, and we'll have script tags. Okay, and up here we're going to have a div, and then in that div we're going to have a slot. So slot. Okay, so for this default in the script tags, we need to grab, we'll just copy this out for now. So copy infinite scroll, we'll add that here. And then we can just take this out. Okay, and now we need to emit, emit an event. So we'll call this this dot emit, and we'll just say load more, and we'll be able to use this in the other components. We can now head back to the index page, And we're gonna grab this little bit of code right here, copy, and just above mounted now we'll put a method. Okay, so we'll open that up, add a comma down here, and the method is going to be called load more members. Okay, we'll open that up, and then we'll paste that little bit of code here, and in front of it we'll add return. So let's clean this up. Okay, so now we can keep that, and we can get rid of this. We're not going to need it anymore. And then we need to also bring in the infinite scroll component. So how we can do that is go to just above user block, we can add infinite scroll. Okay, we'll open that. We'll put this user block up in there, and we'll import it. Import infinite scroll from at components / infinite scroll. Okay, and then we need to add it down here to our list, infinite scroll. And now we need to add this function, this load more members function, into this component. So we can just go grab that, go back to the component here, and we'll put add load more, because that's what we're emitting from the component, load more. So we'll put that in here. So load more equals, we'll be listening for it. Okay, load more members, and now that should work properly. So let's go back in and make sure that that still works. So we'll refresh, and we'll keep this open in case we have any more errors. Go to console. Okay, so now let's try to scroll again and see, make sure that that still works. And it does. Okay. So now let's go ahead and try to extract this into other pages. So this is one page. The other page that we have also is the dashboard page, which has a list of our posts. We can close this. This has a list of our posts, and we only have, well, we have quite a few here. So let's see how we can break that down. Go back into the text editor. We can go to dashboard controller and do the same thing. So we already have a variable here. So all we need to do is add if request wants JSON, and then inside of this we'll just put return combine posts. Okay, and we also need to bring the request in here. Okay, so let's head over to the dashboard. .view. We'll open that up and we'll start working in here. So, well, we can close the dashboard controller for now. And then we can just grab this and copy it, and then we'll fix it. So here, this is where our posts are coming in. So we'll just put it under here for now and comment this out. And this one, we're going to name it load more posts. And then this will be all posts dot data. So now let's bring in the component. We'll just copy this one for now. Copy paste. This will be infinite scroll. Get rid of this post comment here. We'll come down, copy paste, infinite scroll, and then we'll come down a little further. We'll add our all posts equals this combined posts. Okay, we'll come down to the, oh, we need a comma up here. We'll close this one so we can see the next one, which will be load more posts. And then we'll return Axios get. Well, let's just copy this one and we'll change it. Come down here, copy this, and then we can just paste it here. And so now this will be all posts. So all posts. And let's see if that works. So we'll come back to the browser, we'll refresh. One more thing I would like to do is, because this page is, it's going to be kind of long, I want to go ahead and change the amount of posts that we have at one time so that we can actually see the post, the pagination working. So we'll go back to the dashboard controller. Let's say we just add 5 posts that we can see at any given time. Now we can come back and refresh. And we now have some kind of an error, so let's check our inspect tools and see what's going on. Okay, so we'll go console and unknown component user block. This is the dashboard page, so I must have, okay, so let's go back to the dashboard and see what's up here. Okay, so I needed to bring this down, uncomment that, get rid of that, and this will be all posts dot data. Okay, so we'll take that, we can delete this, and now let's try to refresh one more time and see if we still get an error. Okay, so no error. We'll scroll down, make sure this still works. Okay, and now it's loading the rest of our messages the way it's supposed to. Okay, so now as we get all the way down to the bottom, you'll see we'll get this error. So error in v-on handler cannot read property protocol of null. That's because if we open up the view DevTools and we go down to, we'll go back to our, we don't need suggestions, but from our all posts property, we're looking for the next page URL, and that is now null because we are now at the bottom of the page, so there is no next page URL. So we need to change that in the method. But what we can do here is in the load more posts, we can just do if . no this dot all posts dot next page URL, then we'll return. And so now if not, then it'll just go ahead and continue on with the rest of the pagination. Okay, so let's refresh and see if that works. We'll scroll up a little bit. We can close this now. We'll refresh. Well, actually, we do need to see if there's an error, so we'll open that back up. Go to console and console. Let's see. So we're getting close to the bottom, and now there's no more error. Okay, so let's go ahead and put that check in the other one that we made in the index. So copy on the members page. We can just put that here, and then we'll just change this to that. Okay, so that'll fix that on that page too. So we can now go ahead and also do the same thing to our profile page, because we also have posts on that page. So we'll hit that route. We'll close this. And we also have posts here, so we can add that pagination here as well. So let's go ahead and we can close this one, and close this one, and we can close this one. So let's start with the controller. So profile controller. And we have this in our show method. Okay, so we can add paginate 5. And then under here, we'll just do the same thing. So if request wants JSON, will return posts. We need to add the request up here. So request, and let's head into the profile page, profile show, and start adding that to here. So we'll scroll up, and this is where we're gonna want to put it, right in here. We can grab it from the dashboard page because it's the same thing. So copy, paste, and yeah, it's the exact same thing, so we can just get rid of this one for now. And then we need to import it. So copy, paste, infinite scroll. Can get rid of this one. Go down, copy, paste, infinite scroll. Come down to the data property, comma, all posts, this all posts. Okay, and the method will go right under here. So comma, and then we can just grab it from the dashboard. Go down, go down, go down, go down, load more posts. Copy, paste, and we should be good. So let's go ahead and refresh that. Open up Inspect Tools to see if we have any errors. And we do have an error. Okay, so let's go and check our code. So this is fine, this is fine. This should be posts. Okay, so one more try. We'll go ahead and refresh. And there we go, no errors. Let's scroll down, make sure it still works. And I think we only have 5 posts here, but it looks pretty good. So 2, 3, 4, 5. Matter of fact, let's check this by adding, we'll just say 2 into the controller for now, and then we'll change it after. 2. We'll scroll up to the top, refresh. Okay, so it's back. Scroll down. So now we have it for just 2 users, 2 posts at a time. So that's what it's showing us. Okay, so let's go back and change that back to 5. And we'll leave it there. Okay, and that's all the pages that we have for that we can use the new infinite scrolling. Okay, I think I'm going to leave it there for now. I'm going to go ahead, push this code up to GitHub. If you guys have any questions, comments, or concerns, just drop them down below and I'll go ahead and respond as quickly as I can. Okay, thanks for watching, guys. See you next time.